But I believe in coloring the world, gotta holler to be heard in time. We can fight back, ready to go right by. To the sky, to the moon, making my skyline brand new. You, you get my heart in trouble.
Hi, hey and hello everyone, welcome to a new Disney series. We're actually at Disneyland Paris this time, and I'm here with my husband, Ben, and my mum, Anita. We are just walking over from our hotel. We stayed at the Newport Bay Club last night. We actually had a date in Paris yesterday, so we're starting out our Disney already a level of exhausted, which probably wasn't the smartest choice, but it was great. We went to the Louvre Museum, and then on a cute little boat tour down the river. Somehow managed over 31,000 steps, and ended up with some dinner in the Royal Pub down in the Disney Village. So we're just making our way into the park now. I've been here when I was in school, but that was a very long time ago. Don't really remember a whole lot, and these two have never been. And normally you would think we would start in the Disneyland park, but we're actually going to go straight to the Studios park, have a little look at the Eiffel Tower, and get straight on Tower of Terror, as that is all of our favourites. We actually have a priority card for Ben, as he is type 1 diabetic, so it finds it difficult to queue sometimes if we're having issues. Through. We are in the park. It's about to get dark because we're going into the world premiere. Oh, she pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, wow. I want to eat there just with the lights. That's gorgeous.
I feel open.
Wow. So we've come through here basically as the entrance to the park. The Eiffel Tower was on our left, which I will show you later because it's iconic. But yeah, through we go, ready for a magical day. Everybody's excited. The weather is like being in Florida, honestly. It's so hot. We will do a bit of an explanation on the priority access card later and how we actually got it, because there's a couple of steps from the UK as to actually get the second bumped up version. So we'll explain that later. But for now, we're going to head over to Tower of Terror. We just went on that. That was super cute and super fun. We did. So started on Tower of Terror. Awesome Disneyland Paris version. Really chugs you straight into it. There's no little pre-show like there is in Florida. And then we headed on over to Crush's Coaster. Again, Premier Access. So we went to the Premier Access line with the priority card for that one, and they sent us to a separate line, which was just sort of down a dark corridor with a door at the end. So we did nearly get trapped in the corridor. So just sort of pre-warning, if you are doing that, then you can open the door. It's just very dark. Went on that one. That was really cute, awesome. Not my favourite, but good, and we're all quite dizzy now. So we are going to head on to RC Racer for a bit more of the belly drop upside down, and spend a little bit more time in the park doing a couple of things, probably going to see a couple of shows, and then head on over to Disneyland Park. We've got reservations for Walt at 3:15, but until then we're just going to enjoy getting to know the park a bit. So, but it's super fun. So we've just come into Toy Story Land. Buzz and the parachutes. I know their Slinky Dog is very, very different. And we're going to go on that orange one right there. It's tracking you now.
Avec le t-shirt rose.
Huh?
With pink top.
Pass this off to you. Hang on, I'll put my headset on.
I got it.
Darima et Folami. Mes deux alliés
Hey guys, so
pour m'assister dans
I'm hoping you can hear me because there is a dance going on that you will have just seen. We're in Avengers Campus. We're just going to go on to Flight Force now and then do Web Slingers before we go and find some shows. But there is I'll show you, a spectacle going on over here. We're just having a little wait. We filled up our water. There's a water station just in Avengers Campus by the toilets. So that's really good and it was ice cold. So it's delicious. So we just did the Alice Queen of Hearts or Queen of Colour or whatever it is. Interesting. Not like any of the shows at Disney World. Fun to watch, the acrobats and things like that. But apart from that, it was a little bit strange. And I know that the part that is for kids is the interaction and stuff like that, but I do just wish you could just watch a show and enjoy the show without having to scream or do things that they ask you to. But yeah, wanted to see it because, well, Frozen's not on at the moment, that's back in a couple of weeks, as is the Pixar Adventure, which are the two that I wanted to see the most. So that's just the way that it goes sometimes, but we thought we'd give that one a go just to see. I think we all sort of thought the same. It was very colourful, lots of pyrotechnics, just a bit strange. So we're not sure what we're going to do now. We need to get some sort of a snack, but we've got Walt's at 3:30, so we don't want to eat too much. So we'll probably end up heading back or heading into Disneyland Park maybe for just a bit. Find somewhere nice to sit, enjoy some ambience, some snacks. Maybe catch a parade, actually, it's probably a good idea. And then we'll have some food. Okay, we've made it to Walt's and we have a fantastic little Main Street view right out the window. Managed to change our reservation from 3:30 to 1:15. So we're going to do the Walt's menu, which is 55. So you've got your starters. The main course is over here. Probably end up mac and cheese, maybe. And some dessert. It's very cute. It's beautiful. So I'll show you what we end up getting. One chicken pot pie. Two. And Mum's got a fruit straw with carrot coulis, and actually looks absolutely delicious.
It does. Taste.
Very excited. Got some beers because it's absolutely boiling outside.
Okay, so we've got the farmhouse chicken for Ben. I've gone for mac and cheese as always. And Mum has the vegan option, which is like whole grain mustard and potatoes. It looks absolutely delicious. I'm very excited. And in more pressing news, Minnie Mouse is just about to come down the street. We'll watch that another time. That's very cute. Desserts are here. Just gonna give you okay, that's a terrible scale on the camera, but that's like the size of my face. Mum's got the same. It's a vegan one, but it does look delicious. They didn't have lemon meringue pie, unfortunately. And Ben has got a very delicious looking pineapple upside down cake. Very excited. Okay, so I've changed my look, as you can see. I'm getting a bit sunny, so got a bit of a headache, so I've put a hat on to be a bit better. We just finished at Walt's. Absolutely loved it. It was really delicious. Everybody thought the same. Really impressed with all of their options. So it's about 3 o'clock now. We're just having a little mooch around. We're going to have a look at the castle, go to the Christmas shop, see the dragon underneath because I've never seen any of that. Have a look at the stained glass windows, let our dinner go down, do a couple of rides. I'm really hoping to catch the 4 and 5 Lion King show because I think that's going to be really good. But we are just going to have a little mooch now. But yeah, Walt's really, really nice. Very nice atmosphere. Just seen Minnie's marching band as well down Main Street because that was really cute. I really enjoyed that. And looking forward to the rest of the day. We are all a bit tired though, so we're going to probably go at a much slower pace now for the rest of the day. This castle is beautiful. It's so pretty. In fact, everything is. We were just marvelling at how nice all of the metal sculptures are and trying to guess who they belong to. And we're going to head towards the dragon. Story of Sleeping Beauty above the castle, or inside the castle actually. Look how amazing these stained glasses are. Look at the magnificent. Wow. see Small World over there. Oh, Q for the Sword in the Stone.
Have you tried that before?
No. The castle up there, not sure what the castle is. It's like turret.
Yeah.
Beautiful up here.
And they came, stepped into the sun. It's the sun of
It's been a little while since I've updated you, sorry about that. We got quite tired and needed a bit of a break. So we did the Lion King show, which you'll have seen clips of. That was absolutely phenomenal, and we will probably do that again tomorrow because that was so good. It was like a mix of like Cirque du Soleil and Broadway of the Lion King in a half-an-hour show. It was amazing. So I'd love to watch that again. And then we went and did Indiana Jones. That was a lot of fun. Really short, really short. Old but less rattly than Flight Force on your head, so that one was okay. And then we we've been trying to find water fountains to fill up our bottles all day, and we found one in Walt Studios Park, and Mum's just managed to find one now. We are opposite the lounge Lightspeed by Star Tours, and Hyperspace Mountain is just up there. But I tried 3 separate ones that are listed on the app, and they all have just the ones where you press to drink instead of like the ability to fill up a water bottle. And I really don't want to fill my water up with ones that everybody's had their mouths on, if I'm being perfectly honest. So they really need some more of those because it is too hot to not be drinking water. But we have sourced some. We're just having a seat now. I'm just having a look to see where is the best place to sit for the grand finale because I'm really excited for that. We did see Goofy's Orchestra, that popped up, the Pretty Fountain show, but I was on a mission to find water at the time, so I didn't actually see it, but Mum and Ben did, so that was good. We had the Glacé Donald ice cream, which I will pop a picture of here. It was really good. It was big. And very cute, but just sort of, plain vanilla flavours, all vanilla flavours, so it wasn't super exciting, but I enjoyed it. And then we just did Star Tours. That is the only ride so far we've been disappointed with because there is zero translation at all. There's no subtitles, there's no nothing. So the whole show, which it was even a new show as well, I haven't seen that once, with Kylo Ren, was completely in French, and we had no idea what was going on. So the ride was fun, but that was a little bit disappointing. So we're gonna probably head back now over to the hub, find a good space for the grand finale, maybe get a snack, and then give that one a watch, I think. Okay, so we are here waiting for the grand finale with our brookies. We've got the pistachio one for Dale, chocolate chip for Chip. We went with the turkey and cheese croque monsieur. And Mum has inside this bag, it's okay, you don't need to show me, it's fine, don't stress, a Mickey-shaped vegetable salad sandwich. And we've got our little space. So there's the castle. We've got one of the platforms by here, one over there, and then we should be able to see the other podiums. So hopefully we've picked a good spot, but we'll let you know.
Looks like it's time for the big finish!
See? we just did the grand finale. You'll have seen some of the clips. Oh my god, so cute. And the energy of like just everyone. That is such a bop. Don't get me wrong, it's not ready to rise, but it's a bop. And it was a lot of fun. We're now headed to Hyperspace Mountain as it's been down and now it's back up. So, but that was so cute. We chose the podium on the right by the castle to stand by. Honestly, I don't think there's a good place you can stand to see all 4 podiums unless you're 8 feet tall. So you kind of got to pick who you want to see. So the ones on the right closest to the castle is Donald and Daisy primarily. On the left, Chip and Dale, who I would have rather have stood by, but we still saw them. And then the back right was like Coco, and the other one Moana. So it kind of depends on who you want to see. They do move around, but they don't move around for like their song. They just move around for all the other character songs. So it kind of depends really. But Goofy comes on the top right, so that was good to see. Mickey goes in the middle, but he does rotate. And Minnie goes all the way around the outside. So it was great. It was really cute. The little fountains by the castle, awesome. It's very busy. I don't know if you can tell from behind me. So we are just going to make our way over now, have some fun. Not sure what we're going to do until the fireworks, but I'm sure we'll think of something. As you can see, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of people that have got phones out. So I'm not even going to bother filming it, but we are watching Tales of Magic. We are back in the room. I have had a shower and I now feel so much better. We finished the Tales of Magic and literally just carried on with the mass exodus back to the room because it's now midnight and we are tired sausages. Comparing Tales of Magic to Florida, you can't really. One's a fireworks show, spectacular, happily ever after, or wishes, or whatever it is that you've seen in Charmin. This one is more a projection show with highlights of pyrotechnics and fire and the drones. The drones are phenomenal. I love the drones. I wish there were more. But also I don't think we were stood in the right place to appreciate it. So we're going to try again. We'll probably try the priority section tomorrow and just see if that's a better view. Because I was a bit disappointed with the view that we had. And also every single person watching it through their phone and holding their phone up in the sky. And it's just be in the moment, just enjoy it. So that was really frustrating because all you could see was people's phones. And there was like a child on shoulders in front of us that was genuinely watching it through the phone his dad was recording it on. So etiquetting crowds is not a forte of the French, so I say. But we had a fantastic day. We got so much done. The priority card worked absolutely fantastically. I think there was only 2 rides where we needed to go to a separate entrance than the Premier Access, and that was Crush's Coaster and the RC Racer. I don't think any of the others... Oh, and Hyperspace Mountain. Those have different accesses for Priority Pass. Everyone else, you just go through Premier. They check your card. They check how many people are with you. And you carry on. It's very easy. It's very simple. They don't make a fuss. It's great for not feeling, self-conscious or anything about that. So that has worked fabulously for us today. We wouldn't have been able to get anywhere near what we got done today if we didn't have it. It helped out Ben massively for any issues he was having. I mean, he still had some issues even though we had that. Still had to do a few things in the queue that he'd rather not. But that is just the nature of diabetes, unfortunately. It's a 24/7 thing. It's not something that can be easily controlled always. So yeah, we had a fantastic day. We're going to go to sleep. I'm not going to rush out tomorrow morning. Again, as we have the priority access card, it's just easier to take it a little bit more slowly. Have some nice pictures and things in front of the castle because we didn't do that today as we started in the Studios Park. And we were hot, sweaty messes by the time we got to Disneyland. And then we will probably come back for a break, maybe a swim. So if we do, I'll take you and show you a little bit of that. We may not get around to it though. And then we've got dinner at Manhattan. Booked for about 7 o'clock, so that should be really nice. Walt's was fantastic, really enjoyed the food. That was a great time. And then hopefully Manhattan will be the same. We're going to do the bits we didn't do today. So I'll see you in the morning.
Hi, hey, and hello everybody. A very good morning. Welcome to day 2 of our Disneyland Paris trip. We are just walking through the Disney Village. You see Panorama Magique behind me. We're off to Disneyland Park today. I'm going to go and take some pictures in front of the castle. Have a little look around Fantasyland. We didn't really do that yesterday. Going to take it a lot more easy today. Probably have a break halfway through the day. And yeah, I'm just going to show you when we get there the entrance to the park that you use if you've got the priority card, because it's a bit different. Yesterday it was all the way over on the right. It was the disabled picture that you look out for. That's pretty much the universal sign everywhere for the wheelchair. So you just have a look for that, go through. They didn't even check the card yesterday, so don't know what that's about, but we'll see if they do today. And take you through to Disneyland Park. Such a beautiful entrance to the park. The flowers everywhere. Just look at this hotel. I mean, personally, I don't think I can justify the cost to stay here, because it's not like there's outdoor pool facilities and stuff like Florida. It is absolutely beautiful. So it says access reserved over here, but there's nobody there. Just in front of me in this arch here. Last time we did that, they didn't want to let us in, so we'll have a look. Could you grab my phone out, please? Thank you. So we're going to give it a go. Okay, it was that place that we were supposed to go. There was just a lot of other people giving the poor guy a bit of a hard time, because it would appear nobody respects the rules about only Disneyland guests going in the Disneyland hotel only entrance. So there's a very big long line there, so they were trying to come in through the priority, and he was like, sorry, people don't respect the rules, which it's not his fault. So we're in. To bear with me with this camera, it's a gimbal and it's new to me, so it keeps tracking my face into the wrong place, but we're here, we're in Disneyland. We're going to head to the castle and take some pictures and then see where the day takes us. Oh, it would appear Mary Poppins and what's his name, whoever Dick Van Dyke plays, are out again, meandering around the bandstand. Just there. So that's part of the music festival. Well, I'll be honest, we haven't done a whole lot for the music festival. Are you ready for the castle? There she is. Oh, she's a pretty castle. She's so pretty. Very ornate. Beautiful. And Main Street, honestly, it's one of the cutest main streets I've seen. So it's got just little things that other places don't have. For example, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but this teacup up here is steaming like a hot cup of coffee. It's so quaint. This is how I imagine little villages used to be in America hundreds of years ago. That's where the delightful cocktail stews are from. Market House Deli. It's a little car coming through. Oh, it's just such good vibes walking along Main Street. Any Main Street, pick any Main Street in the world and you'll have good vibes.
It's teacups time! Ooh, oh, the belly belly! It's giving belly belly! Whee! Time for the pretty storybook boat. They're so cute. So I don't think this is at any of the other parks. This is special to Paris. We'll just go around and have a look at the really cute little fairy tales. And then there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's Rapunzel. It's time for Peter Pan. They don't because the pixie dust the bar in Florida, don't they? I can see Nana. Hi, Nana. It's me! Uh-oh! He's gonna go in. So we just did the Stars on Parade, as you've seen. That was really cute. Really enjoyed all those things. We were going to pop to the Lion King show, but we really needed a drink. And the drinks are just not readily available here. In Florida, you literally walk for 3 yards and there's a cart with either popcorn and a drink. But here, I feel like you have to walk ages. We also need drinks that have no sugar in them because we have diabetic, and they're impossible to find. So we eventually found some, but it meant that we then missed our entrance into Lion King. So we're on the Disneyland Railroad, and we're going to pop around and do a loop at the park, and then come back and do the next showing, which is in an hour. So that would be really nice, and that keeps us out of the heat then for the heat of the day, because it's hot. It's about 28 degrees. And then once we've done that, we'll probably either go back for a rest or hop to the other park and do Tower of Terror. Some bits and bobs from the before we have a rest. But it's been really fun. We've really enjoyed ourselves. We just had some food at some point today, and it's 12:30. I suppose that's not too bad. But yeah, we need to find something, and then we've got dinner later at Manhattan in the Avengers Hotel. So I think we're going to do that. I think we'll probably end up hopping back on this after and going through to Main Street just so we don't have to walk so we can minimize our steps, because we're only here for a few days, so we're doing so many steps and I think we're a bit tired. Also, the spot you'll have seen the parade from, that was the priority reserved area. Completely my fault, I lost track of time. We should have got there a lot earlier in order to get a front row seat. That was my fault, I completely forgot about the parade. but we did notice about 20 minutes before it started, so we wandered over there. We had a great view, don't get me wrong, just obviously wasn't right at the front. So if you're looking at the castle, it is to the back right of the club. And I just asked a cast member where we needed to go because there's no signposts, it's not clear, and there's a green umbrella that you'll see, and that's where you check in. But for shows and attractions, you can have 2 people with you. For shows and parades, you can have 2 people, and then for attractions, you can get 4. So I'm not sure how that works. We have a big family, but at the moment, it's the perfect number for us. So we got in there. Yeah, it was a really good view. Obviously, it's just to get a bit quicker, it's the same as everything else. And I did ask about the fireworks priority area, and it happened to be in front of the hub. So if we'd have found that yesterday, that would have been so much better because we would have seen the projections. If we've got Steve to do it tonight, we will do, but I don't know if we will. It wasn't as good as the Florida one, so I'm not sure if we would prioritise seeing it again. But it depends how we do it. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know about whether, priority access is for the parade, and it's just the back right of the hub. Castle, or Beast's Castle rather.
Ne manquez pas une vue panoramique de Fantasyland, le plus joyeux des royaumes.
Disneyland Hotel, we've arrived at Main Street, but we're actually going to stay on and go around so we can get to the Lion King.
Et voici notre chef de projet, Peter Parker.
Comment ça va? Je suis Peter Parker. Ici chez Web, on a accès à une super technologie, comme le vibranium du Wakanda ou ce fluide extraterrestre dément. On a les particules de Pym et Startech. Ça nous permet de développer des trucs incroyables, comme ces petits speederboats par exemple. Regardez, c'est super, ils peuvent même se dupliquer tout seuls.
Se dupliquer tout seul?
Parce qu'ils sont incroyables. Petit, arrête de faire ça, c'est bon. Mais si vous êtes là, c'est pour nous aider à tester le nouveau véhicule Slinger. Grâce à son processeur, vous lancerez vos propres toiles d'araignée, comme mon pote Spider-Man.
We're in the Ratatouille queue. I hope you can hear me. We just did RC Racer again. That's so much fun. Can't remember when I left you last, actually. We've come into the Studios Park. I think I told you that, but apologies if I didn't. It's so hot at the moment, so we're just a bit all over the place. So we came to the Studios Park. We did Twilight Tower of Terror, and then we did... What did we do then? Web slingers. That was fabulous. Managed to find some water to fill up. Did a couple of those just to stay hydrated because it's really hot. And then we went to Toy Story Land again. So we did. We actually went on that Cars ride. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a French name. Oh my god, it's absolutely hilarious. It properly flung us around. It looks like a mild, tame little kids ride. It absolutely flung us around. It was so much fun. Then we went on the parachutes because my goal was to try and look over the fence at the Frozen Land and the construction, but it wasn't very well organised, that ride, and they actually chose where we had to sit, so we ended up sitting somewhere that we didn't really want to. We didn't have a very good view, but we could see some of it, which was quite fun. So we did that. The actual ride was a lot more fun than we thought it was going to be, but it's very short. And then we did RC Racer. That's so much fun. And now we're on Remy. So We've cancelled our Manhattan reservation because we had a croque monsieur and some fries. Honestly, still about 3 hours ago, but we're still full from it. And we don't want to just kind of rush around just because we've got food booked. So we're going to probably have a crepe or something, I think, instead, in an hour or two. But we're enjoying just sort of going with the flow and doing the things we haven't done before. So we're off on Remy. It's going to be in French, we know that, but at least we don't have to wear 3D glasses.
On n'aurait pas idée à coq au vin? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple. What? Mais oui, that's it!
I love this bit, the pantry. Look at the fish.
Hey, thanks for coming, everyone.
So you're teeny tiny in a...
Yeah, exactly. We were going to eat here, and I did get us a reservation, but the food is just not really great for a vegan that we have in our party and the rest of it, so we'll just have to stare from the outside instead. But it's so cute. Little cocktail umbrellas, Mum. Cocktail umbrellas. Gorgeous, isn't it? That was really cute, actually. We love Ratatouille. It always makes me want to go watch the film, so probably do that when we end up going home.
Allez, on avance. Occupez toutes les places disponibles. On n'a plus beaucoup de temps. Analyse des panneaux.
Such a cool animatronic, this Iron Man. Iron Man is my favourite. So he is super cool.
Subsystems recalibrated.
Here we are back at the resort, as you can see behind me. I am looking absolutely exhausted, so please bear with. I appreciate probably look shiny as anything in all of the other ones because it's been so hot, but there we are, we move. We went and did a Hyperspace Mountain just before coming back. We were going to do Big Thunder, but it was down and our feet were going to fall off, so we called it a day. We are going to try out the hotel pool now. We popped down there just to see if they had towels because I hadn't actually thought of that and we didn't bring any towels with us. So they do. You just need to go down, put your swimming costume on or take it with you. There were changing rooms there, and bring your Magic Pass key, which is your room key. And then they'll give you towels. It's about 8:30 now. Is it about 8:30?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly 8:30. Nice. And it's open until 10. So we'll probably just splash about for a bit, come back, have a shower, probably call it an early night, I imagine, for our last day in the fun tomorrow. We have a flight late at night, so we'll be in the park for most of the day. Pirates of the Caribbean is back open tomorrow, which was the reason that we went with this day as a part of our trip. So we can do Pirates of the Caribbean, because that's Ben's favourite. Going to get some champagne on Main Street tomorrow, because I keep meaning to do that and I keep forgetting. And then we went to do it before we left just now, and it was coming up to 7:30, which is time for the grand finale orchestra, and Main Street was absolutely packed, so we'll do that tomorrow instead, but I'm looking forward to that. And then our journey will have come to an end, but it's been fabulous. The priority car has been amazing and really helped us do everything in such a short period of time. All the cast members, they're definitely less friendly than they are in Florida, 100% less friendly actually, but there are some lovely ones around. They don't like it if you ask for certain rows on rides. In Florida, that's literally the norm, and they will always try to accommodate you. Here, you just get tutted at and sent to the line they want you to be in, even when it's a completely empty loading dock. And you could literally just stand there. It's not like you have to wait to the side. There's nothing to inconvenience them. They just don't want to let you choose. So we have found that a few times, which is a bit of a shame when it's so the norm everywhere else. But there we are. I suppose if everyone wanted to choose, we wouldn't get very far. But never did it when it was inconvenient. Always just when it was a free loading dock. So that was a shame. But we had a lot of fun. As I said, we did. I can't remember if I told you that we did Flight Force also, but that shook my head around loads. But Mum and Ben had a better time on that one, so that was very enjoyable. So we're going to go and have a swim and come back to you later. Okay, we are nice and refreshed. Had a nice dip in the pool. Really frustrated with myself for not forward planning enough, because the pool actually has an outdoor section and I didn't think it did. All the pictures online just show the ship in the pool, and it looks big but completely indoors. So we didn't bother coming back for half-day breaks, because normally in Florida we'd do that by the pool. So I'm very annoyed, because we could have done that. So we're gonna make an effort to try and do that tomorrow instead. Just before we go to the airport, we can go in the pool, get ready in the showers that they've got there, have our last bit of dinner, and then head off to the airport. So we're going to try and do that, I think. We are just heading back out to the village. It's about 9:30 because we're a bit peckish. It's 10:05. Oh, okay, it's 10:05. But we're a bit peckish, and Disney Village doesn't close till midnight, so we're gonna maybe have a little mooch around and some food. The one thing we're noticing about Disneyland Paris is there's not really a lot of grab and go snacks. There's not really a lot of stuff you can just pick up if you're not feeling like a full meal, unless you want McDonald's, and we don't. So, or burgers, and again, both myself and Mum don't like burgers. Ben would eat burgers till the cows come home, literally. But we are trying to find something that's not like that. We had nachos at the Royal Pub in the Disney Village on the first day that we got here, and we actually really enjoyed those. So if all else fails and we can't find anywhere else, we're just going to go for the trusty nachos, have a nice beer, and then a mooch around the shops. So if there is anything exciting, I'll take you around, show you a little bit of the shop, show you what we get to eat. But otherwise, I will see you back in the room, probably when we're fit to collapse. We'll see what happens. Hopefully you can hear me, because there's a speaker right above me, but you know, we'll talk over the copyright, it's all good. So we've made it to the Royal Pub. We did check a couple of other places. There were some bits that you could probably go with, but we've ended up here because we had the nachos the other night and they were very tasty, and they also had beer that we know and like, because we've been to France a couple of times and they often have beers that taste a bit strange. It's gone for this option. So, the Royal Pub, if I show you the menu, bear with. So we've got beers. This top one is the one that we're going for. Nice, just normal lager. And then, I mean, it is just kind of pub grub that you would expect at home, really. We're going for the nachos on that, and it did come in a big tray last time. You've got some club sandwiches, all your pub specials, and then there's a few burgers up here. Ben is going for the Tower Burger today. And some desserts. So it's pretty standard. We're going to enjoy it. Fill our little belly. Oh my good God. We weren't quite expecting them to be quite this large, but we are sharing two between three of us. Annoyingly, they have like a tiny half pint or this. There is no in between. So, and it jumps from $9.50 for the small half pint to $14.50 for this, which effectively is about 2 pints. So we're just going to share. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be yummy. Nachos are here. Nachos. Like, just. Do you know what? Hand scale never works on a camera. No, thank you. Thank you so much. And Benny's got the Tower Burger, which is a double burger in there. And seriously, look at the size of these beers. They're so funny. So we're going to tuck in and all do a little bit of a, which you'll only get if you're British and watch Gavin and Stacey. Okay, so we've come into the world of Disney after our food. I'm not going to lie, it's not very good world of Disney, but there are just some certain things that are making us laugh. Now, bearing in mind that we have shared 4 pints of beer, so it could be that, but why does one need a soap pump with just the one shoe of Mickey's? Not even both, just the one. I mean, every single mug has to be this shaped with a strange bow, and it just, I'm a big cup of tea person, you see, like I need a massive cuppa, and it's just not going to cut it. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I absolutely love this mug. This mug is beautiful. Chip and Dale are my favourite, but it is just not big enough. And this, I could fit a shot in that. It needs to be a little bit bigger. There are no clothes. The reason I came in here was to find a t-shirt for tomorrow, because I only packed a white one. I appreciate that's definitely my fault, but I was really hoping I was going to find a t-shirt. Alas. If anybody needs a placemat, Chip and Dale. I mean, it's gorgeous, but I wouldn't use it as placemat. Yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed, to be honest. Let me show you. This isn't good for man nor beast. Even a toddler couldn't fit in that. A drink, you know, it's like one sip and it's done. Anyway, I shall leave you. That's what I just said. It's not good for man nor beast. Oh, anyway, we're going to keep browsing on the off chance there might be 1 or 2 things we enjoy. New vibe in the Disney style shop. We're currently inspecting this bag. Very different vibe. Why is everything stitched, man? This is lovely, but oh, it's very soft. It's just a bit too much stitch. Oh, I like this. This is lovely, but again, it is just a me problem. I appreciate that, but I drink too much tea and too big a tea for that to be worth getting, unfortunately. It's a lovely mug, it's just too small. Don't think Mum was a fan of that one. Oh, I like these. That's very cute. This is the embroider place. Okay. So you can get like clothes or teddies or anything embroidered, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I'll tell you. How cute. Yeah. It's cute, isn't it? Oh, I like the cars one. That could be a contender. That's very cute. But yeah, honestly, I'm trying to find just a top to wear tomorrow in the blazing heat before we go.
Je l'ai jamais porté, c'est vrai qu'on l'a même pas rangé ici. Ta main est toute la neige.
I was about to say I've completely lost my husband, but I found him. Oh, really? Honestly, I think that's the best contender so far. Also cute. I really like that. Do you like that Pixar ball one?
Oh, that's sweet, yeah.
Pixar ball shirt.
Yeah, nice.
That's really cool. I like that.
Good.
End of the night, we are back off to the hotel. I did pick up a t-shirt, but we ended up with Disney Style, as I showed you. A couple of nice bits and bobs in there. I think I might go back for a jumper as well, but didn't want to lug that around in the heat tomorrow. It's about midnight now. We weren't planning to stay out this late tonight. We even went back to the hotel to chill, but then we got a bit hungry, so plan went out the window. But yeah, got my top, so I feel better about that now. And tomorrow's going to be a very fun last day, ending with our flight later on. Oh, wowzers. Mum is just pointing out the moon in front of us, which looks quite spectacular. But yeah, we've had an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining along with us, and we will see you in the morning for our third and final day at Disneyland Paris. Good night, guys. A very good morning. Welcome to our third and final day in Disneyland Paris. We are unfortunately on our way to the luggage centre to drop off our bags for the day before we head back into the park for a couple of hours. Then we're going to try and come back here and use the pool so we can have a bit of outdoor pool time. And then we have some food booked at Rosalie in Disney Village before we board the RER train back to Charles de Gaulle. Our flight's at 10:15 in the evening, so we do kind of have a full day here before we go. But it's always that harder day when you don't have access to your luggage and things like that. So we're all packed up. I think it's about 9 o'clock now. No, it must be about 9:30, I imagine. So we're going to get ready and head into the park for a couple of hours. Grab some champagne on Main Street, hopefully. Ride a couple of rides. And then bid farewell to the Eiffel Tower. But it has been fab, so I'll take you along with us for our third and final day. So if you just come down the hall where the lifts come out, there's signs that say luggage room through here. Kind of takes you into the convention centre, which looks like this, and there's just a queue here where he's obviously tagging luggage, and then it's going into that room just to the right. So really, really easy and really straightforward. Entering Disneyland for the last time on the trip. We just did Walt Studios Park. We literally went in, went on Tower of Terror, and came straight back out. Once again, Mary Poppins is greeting everybody at the bandstand, which is part of the music festival that has literally been on every single time we've walked into the park, which I have to say is a very nice welcome. So I think we're going to head straight for Pirates of the Caribbean because it's open today and it's the first time it's been open on the trip. And then we're going to do Hyperspace, maybe Big Thunder, and I imagine that'll be the time where we call it a day then. I'm hoping you can hear me over the very, very loud speakers. But we're going to cut through the Discovery Arcade on the side of Main Street because it's quieter and cooler because it is hot today. Get you a nice pretty look of the castle. She looking pretty. Very nice. Okay, we had a slight detour on the trip to Pirates because we just realised that these little huts are the same little huts that were in Walt Disney Studios. So you've got like sweet caramel apples, Belgian waffles over there, and on this side there's like sauerkraut hot dogs, salami, and like potato hash. And then we just grabbed crepe from over there. We've gone with 2 salted caramel, and Ben's going to grab some sausage before we head on over to Pirates. So we had our crepe, and Ben had some salami in a cone. I went to the old mill to grab some Coke Zeros. Well, that's another thing. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but diet drinks don't exist here. And it is very hard pressed to get a Coke Zero that's cold. So anyway, managed to get those 2, and the old mill had their apple slush, which I didn't have yesterday. I wouldn't advise getting it. It is basically sugar and water. Although I don't even know if it's sugary. It just tastes like very, very weak pressed apple juice. But anyway, on a more positive note, we were all just saying just how absolutely stunning the theming is, and the flowers. Let me show you. The flowers, all the topiaries, the ducks, like Disney ducks there, all the rides. It's just the whole place is just stunning in Fantasyland. We've all decided that we would like to be Disney gardeners when we retire. That's our job. That's what we're going to do, because it looks like a great job. So right away to Pirates, I've definitely checked it is open because it is being closed for refurbishment. Today is the first day. You know, sometimes these things get delayed, so I just wanted to make sure. So we're headed just into Adventureland, ready to ride. That is one impressive ship. Look at the what? Oh. Wow. Oh, that's the playground just over there. Oh, there's the turrets we could see from the top of the castle the other day. Wow, this is big theming going on.
Oh, and the smell.
And the smell.
Well, there's fish in there. Yeah, quite large ones actually.
The Disney smell.
It'd be really nice if they had fish in there.
Well, we found.
There's a bunch over there.
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but there are some fish in this lake. That pirate ship, man, I wish you could go on that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I see the sign.
Qu'est-ce que tu dirais d'un os bien juteux?
We're taking fire!
C'est autant d'or caché ici dans tous les coins. Quelques mécréants pourraient être tentés de le voler, non? The golden vessel, even hijacked the alchemy hijack.
Pirates done. Very much exactly the same as the other rides, except there are 2 drops during it, which are fun. They're very small drops, but they are cute. I'm not sure if the first room was maybe broken because it was completely silent, and I feel like there would be ambiance music because there was for the rest of it. But it was good. I'm glad we did it, and Ben loves Pirates of the Caribbean, so that ride was for him. Gonna go and do some coasters now before we head out, I think. We just did our last ride. We did Hyperspace Mountain, which was absolutely phenomenal. We've managed to figure out where we need to hold our heads in order to not get, bashed about a bit. We're just going to fill our water bottles up, and I can't remember if I showed you already. So we are just, if I turn the camera around to show you. So this is Hyperspace Mountain. Over there you've got PhilharMagic, and this is the Lounge Lightspeed. So there are two we've managed to find that are actual bottle water fillers, as opposed to just a drinking fountain. If you go opposite into this room, up here into the toilets, there is a water bottle refill station, which is what we've been using majoritively. And the other one is Avengers Campus on the corner of the Stark Factory. All the other ones seem to be just drinking fountains, and they have now put bottled water drinking signs on every tap in the toilets, which means obviously it's drinkable water, but it comes out in a shower head, so it's actually really hard to fill your bottle up. So these ones are much better. It also means that toilet taps don't go warm, so you can't really wash your hands properly. So not sure what direction Disneyland Paris are going in with that, but these are the two that we found have nice cold water and are quick to refill your bottles. So just a quick tip. And then after this, we're just going to go and get some champagne on Main Street and head out back to the pool for a bit, I think. So the castle is just behind this tree, and we are just going over to the edge of Main Street, just outside of Gibson Girl, and there's a little cart there where we're going to get some champagne. But this is the hustle and bustle of Main Street and the main hub. And we're off up to Gibson Girl. It's such a beautiful day. Big Thunder Mountain over there. So just this hut just by here. So this one just here. Here we go. Ready? Cheers! Give it a try. Nice.
Tastes like Moe.
Oh, I don't think it is.
Tastes very similar to Moe.
Oh, delicious. Fantastic. We're going to enjoy this and then wander down to the hotel. So, complete and utter change of plans. Turns out, at Disneyland Paris, you can't use the facilities on checkout day. So we walked all the way to the hotel, to the luggage room, we picked up our swimming stuff, we walked all the way to the other side of the hotel, downstairs, all the way through about 500 corridors, reached the pool, they gave us towels, they took our room key, and then they said, you cannot use the pool, it's checkout day. And I said, so you can't use any facilities. Bearing in mind, we can use the luggage room, which is a facility. No. Right. And you come out, and there was a family there that also had the same thought and same problem. Flying back later on, something to do, nice, cool off, it's sunny, the pool is outdoors and indoors, which was another thing that I didn't know. Can't use it. It's the only resort in the whole of the world at Disney where you cannot use the facilities on checkout day. We paid over £2,000 to stay in that hotel for 3 nights, and we can't use the pool on checkout day. That is it's just disgusting. So we are all very disappointed because we were really looking forward to that. We're now not going to be able to shower before we get on the plane, so we're going to have to get changed in some toilets somewhere in the Disney Village so that we don't stink, because it's hot. Like, it's the hottest day so far. It's in the 30s. So far Disney is not doing very well on the hotel front, I'll be honest. So we've come to our ye old faithful, the Royal Pub, for some beer. I appreciate we sound like alcoholics now because we've just had champagne and now we're having beer, but we don't actually drink. So because we're on holiday, we're having a drink, but we literally don't drink any other time of the year. So we've got a reservation booked at Rosalie at 5 p.m. to then go to the train station and get to the airport afterwards. So we're gonna have a drink now. The time is 2 o'clock. So we're gonna chill out here. We've got a nice place in the shade, although Ben doesn't appear to want the shade. He is a sun. I'm half convinced he's half reptile because he can just sit in the sun and be absolutely fine. But we've got a nice shady spot. We're going to have a nice drink, some water, some beer, have a mooch around all the Disney village shops. There's a couple of things I've earmarked and would like to get, which I will show you if I do end up purchasing. And then we'll meander on for our food and head to the airport. But that's so disappointing. It's so hot. The pool is dead. There is no one in the pool. There's literally about maybe 5 people at a push. And the other English family, they were Irish, said the same thing. So it's absolutely disgusting. It's like, that's exactly what our plan was. We've done it in every other hotel. Even not Disney hotels, in the Caribbean, in Spain, anywhere. You use whatever it is until you leave the hotel. It's just the most ridiculous rule. So honestly, I think if we were to come to Disneyland Paris in the summer again, we would stay at the Centre Parks, just literally down the road. It's got a French name, but I'm not going to butcher that. Use our car and come. I appreciate that for a lot of people, the Disney hotels provide you with the early access hour, but with the priority card that we have for my husband, we don't need the hour. We haven't used the hour once, so the only perk is the ability to walk to it. And to be fair, it's about a 20-minute walk. It's long, and at the end of the day, it's exhausting. So honestly, I think all round would be better to stay there. You can use the pool. You could have rest days there. There'll obviously be a lot to do there. It's pretty. And then come into the parks just by driving. I really do think that that's probably the best bet, especially for children and families, if you don't want to do the parks every day. I mean, we did do 2 heavy days of parks, but we did absolutely everything and a lot of things multiple times. And then we just took it easy this morning. And don't get me wrong, it's been fantastic, but it's probably not a place to rush back to. We'd love to see it when the World of Frozen is open, and that's sometime next year, so we might end up doing just a short trip next summer, maybe at Christmas, but otherwise I would rather go to a different resort somewhere, maybe Tokyo. I mean, we would love to go to California, but we don't fancy going to America right now, so we're going to hope that that gets back to normal and then we can go and enjoy Disney. Ben just made an excellent point that the hotel was not that, like, it wasn't worth the amount of money that we spent for it at all. We've done all the levels of hotels in Disney World in Florida, and there's no difference between the value hotel and this hotel other than the fact that it's inside and you can't use the pool. So it's coming out all badly so far. So I don't mean to sound negative because we've had a fantastic time. It's just that it's so silly, and it literally costs the same to go to Florida for 10 days than it does to come here for a couple of days. So I would honestly choose Florida to spend my money. That's where we would go next time. I don't think we would come back, not for a while. Literally the only thing we would is for the World of Frozen. So it was a shame to end like that, but hopefully we're going to have a nice beer now and then some nice food, and it'll still feel magical. Okay, so we have had our beers. It's about 2 hours later. We've just come into the Disney store, so not the World of Disney, the Disney store, which looks very retro and very cute. It's got loads of stuff upstairs, downstairs to have a look at. It's really very sweet. I do think I need to get some more shoulder pals. So you'll probably find out this story if you watch my Disney World vlogs, which I'm hoping to get up either after this or beforehand. I had a hey. I love shoulder pals. I've got Chip and Dale, I've got Remy, and I had a hey. And we were trying to get to Flight of Passage, which we did manage to do. But once we got there, we realised that hey had unfortunately ceased to exist on my shoulder. So she was sacrificed, he was sacrificed, don't know, to the floor gods of Animal Kingdom. I absolutely love him though. I love that they've got all of the emotions. They've got anxiety, sadness, anger, they've got fear. I think that's really cute. I am not hugely in love with the Stitch franchise they've got going on, and I feel like there's too much Stitch going on. They have Joy as well. I am Joy. I do bring the joy, so that might be a good one. And I love Sebastian, so there is a chance that, in fact, I think he might come home with me also. I line them all up on my radiator and they watch me while I'm on the computer, so I think I might go for that one because they're very cute. But there are so many in Disneyland Paris. I feel like there's way more than there are in Disney World. show you now. Hang on. So we've got Grogu, Groot, which Mum calls Girth, which is quite funny. Abu, Zazu, and then you've got Tink and the Wishing Star. I absolutely love them. I also love that they have the spider web slinger just in there. Don't know if you can see him. They've got the Cheshire Cat. The Cheshire Cat is new. I also already have Chip and Dale, so I don't need them again. But there's the Cheshire Cat. Oh, and I can't remember its name. The little fire thing from Frozen 2. I can't remember his name. They've got Chip, Forky. Honestly, they have every possible option. I think it's great, but zoomed in on my face. So we're gonna just have a little look in here, and I'll take you into probably Disney Style and Disney Art Deco to have a little look. There's a mug I definitely want, probably a couple of other things that we might pick up, and then I will show you how we do the skip tax just before we get to there. My two little minions have got all the luggage and they're waiting. So I just gave him my shopping, and I'm going to go do some more. They have so many stuffies and the Big Feet plush. I'm so tempted by the Chip and Dale, but at 35 euros each, that's 70 euros for a Chip and Dale. And I'm not usually a stuffed animal or a soft plush type of person. So I feel like that's a little bit too much to be spending. I do enjoy this. I just wish it was a bit longer. This Pixar Together, and to be honest, the fact that these are shiny, they're shiny and sticky. Yeah, I'm not sure they would wash too well. I think they'd be very cute the first time that you wore it. This is the one show that we didn't get to do that I had wanted to do, the Pixar Together, so I can't tell you if that's any good or not, but it is one that is potential. And I'll be honest, over here is just Star Wars merch, and I'm not really a bit of Star Wars. I like Star Wars, I like the original Star Wars, but I'm not hugely into all the spin-offs on the Disney Plus series. I did find some necklaces in the park that I absolutely loved. I do like, they've got months with your birthstone, so I would be March, I would be aquamarine, but I'm such a red person that honestly I'd probably take July as an option. But they have some very cute necklaces, but they haven't quite got the ones that I saw on the exit to the park, and I said I would only get them if I could find them again. Saying that, that's one of them. And then Tink with sparkly wings was the other one, which I don't see. It's not this one. It's not that Tink. She was facing me. I do love this snowflake one though. That's beautiful. And the ears, very cute. It might be this one. Yes, it is that one. I'm just going to grab this one so it's not been, touched like 600,000 times. I'll grab that one now. Hang on. I did accidentally knock one off, so pop that one back. Which I do absolutely love. I'm not sure if I love Tink or the castle more, so I'm going to let my husband decide. Okay, it appears we went for the Tink. So this one I'm going to pop back.
Mrs. James.
My husband said I was more of Tink than I was the castle, because the castle didn't have any glitz or glamour, so I thought that was quite cute. So I have left that one with him because he is doing fantastically at holding my shopping purchases. And I'm going to try and find the magnet. I think I might have to go to World of Disney for that though, because this seems to be very much a Star Wars store with a little bit of other random things. You can see the spaceships just above me, but I can't see any actual magnets. So I think, I have found them. This is the one I think we're going to go for. We did want one that was Newport Bay Club, but then it really annoyed us with the swimming situation, so I think we're going to go for this one. We love... Oh, they don't have the one. We love... There's a different one that we love. It's very similar, but Mickey is a bit yellow. So we're going to go for this one. I really like that one. But this is their magnet selection. I do like this one with Chip and Dale though. So I'm going to go and again get my husband to choose because I love both of them. Here's my little talking fans. Okay, we've got more choice. Do we like Chip and Dale?
That's good.
Or do we like Mickey and Minnie?
Honestly, I like Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale?
Really good,
I like that. It's more striking.
These are my people.
Yeah.
They know that we like Chip and Dale.
It's always going to be Chip and Dale.
It was always going to be Chip and Dale. Okay, so that one wasn't in the world of Disney. We've not seen that one before. So if we put that one back, and we're going to go with this one. Given that we actually did a day in Paris, I think that's probably the best one to go for. And I really like that one. So I'm going to give that one to him now to hold.
Thank you.
So, I think that's it for this shop. I think I'm going to have a look. I need to go back to Disney Style because there is a sweatshirt that I really want from Disney Style, which I'll show you. Which just says Disneyland Paris, but it's just beautiful. And the rest of the store is stuffies. So I think we're going to call it a day here. We're going to end up with our 2 shoulder plushes and our magnet, and then we will pop to some other shops, have just a check. There is a mug that I definitely want and the sweatshirt. Okay. We've come into Disney Glamour. Oh look, they've got little Cinderella castle carriages.
Oh, that's cute actually, I like that.
They're really sweet, like little carriages. Oh, that's beautiful. A little mini bows.
Oh, look, those are lovely little
Oh,
earrings.
yeah. Oh, wow. They would. I just don't wear earrings.
Got your ears pierced?
Yeah, well, I do, but they're probably closed.
They'll be closed now.
My goodness, so many. Oh, I do like Timon and Pumbaa. They're very cute. See Timon and Pumbaa, the Lion King. Oh goodness, you've got Iron Man down here. The Spider-Man, they're very specific, aren't they? Goodness me. Oh, I like the Tink Watch. Tink Watch, Small World, you've got Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, Stitch. Obviously, everything is Stitch. There's got to be a Stitch one for everything. Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
Oh, look at this Iron Man one. I mean, it's for a very specific type of person, isn't it? I absolutely love this version of Dooney and Berg. It's definitely... I think this one would be the one I'd choose. I absolutely love it. I wanted to have a longer... There's one of them that has a much longer handle. Oh, Mum is a fan of this Mary Poppins dress.
Oh, that's nice.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. That's really good.
And there's a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique one next to it. But this particular, this is exactly the one I would love. It is the Walt Disney one, not the Disneyland Paris, but I mean, I prefer Walt Disney, so that would be awesome. These ears, if you've got €200 to spend, go for it. Personally, not the vibe for me. Oh, I do like the bell purse. The bell purse is cute. Karl Lagerfeld. I don't know who that is.
Very famous designer.
A very famous designer, according to Mum. And he has a little Donald Duck bag that you could fit 5 pence in. So that's great if that's what you're looking for. Unfortunately, not for me. So this is the Disney Glamour store. So we've got the Pandora, and then it does lead into Disney Style. Oh, Mum appears to have found something. Let's have a look. Oh, Kate Spade on the Tink. Kate Spade on the Tink.
That's
See, I would love this. Like this one is more my vibe. This tote. It's very cute. The whole range is quite sweet. Lovely stuff. I'm one of these people that has to use the things I buy though. I don't want to just keep it in the cupboard. I have found the goods. Absolutely love this colour scheme and it's so unbelievably soft. So I think I'm going to go for that one. I'm very excited. Look at these macarons. Yes, please. All of these macarons. So you've got Stitch here, Minnie, Mickey, Remy, Tink, and the castle. Definitely going to try them. All the flavours except the fruit one. Just inside the Disney style store. I'm very excited for these. Okie dokie, we've come to Rosalie at the end of Disney Springs. It is just opposite the Rainforest Cafe and right by Panorama Chic. I did make a reservation here, but there is loads of empty tables, so you should be okay. The lunch menu for you. Which has the kids menu. Very big. I feel like I'm part of Schitt's Creek with regard to trying to actually read it. But it does look very nice in here. Lovely bar. Very, very cute. I love it. Okay, so we scratched that plan. The menu wasn't really for us. I'd heard really good reviews and lots of Disneyland Paris vloggers said it was a good one, but it wasn't really for us and they were really unfriendly. They weren't very nice. So we're going to try and find somewhere else, I think. But it does mean that we now have a lot more time to kill than I was expecting. So stick around and see what we get up to for the next 3 hours before we need to head to the airport. So we ended up in the Rainforest Cafe. Probably the least expected place that we would have ended up at. But they appear to have a couple of different options. And when you have a vegan, it's just you've got to have options. So we're going for this. Very, very cute. Let me show you. Got the fishies, the fountain. But I'm sorry to say that we didn't film dinner because I completely forgot until we're halfway through that you guys hadn't eaten yet. Food was okay. Wasn't anything to write home about, but it filled a hole and it wasn't pretentious like the other place was, but really wasn't a very nice environment to be in. So we did enjoy that. We're actually going to go back into Disneyland now, which wasn't the original plan, but we are going to do that now. And grab some ice cream on Main Street because we've still got 2 and a bit hours until we need to go for the train. I'm unsure where Ben and my mum are going. They've wandered off over there when we need to be going this way. So I'm going to wait for them to realise that we need to be going this way. My mum is trying to find me. Ben's already clocked me. And they now understand that we need to be going this way. But anyway, we're going to pop back into the park, grab some ice cream. After 2 hours, we'll find our way to the train station and head on to the airport. Got misting situation going on here. Oh yeah. Oh, look where we are again. We're here to see Mick Mouse. Put it back in the car. It's so beautiful though. I just love the entrance. It is the best entrance. Off to get some ice cream. Gibson Girl, just as you come in the entrance facing the desk, so this is the big queue and the normal entrance, there is an accessibility just by here, and you just need to show your priority card and you'll be served here instead of waiting in the line, which is super important for us when Ben needs some sugar. I don't think you'll be able to hear me because of Goofy's orchestra, but we've got our final treat of the trip, salted caramel and vanilla, and Mum's gone for the lemon and mango from Gibson Girl, which is just on the corner of Main Street. And I'll be honest, the priority pass came in absolute clutch because we could just bypass the queue, as I said just a second ago. And when it's sugar related, that's really important. Goofy's Orchestra is just going on just by here, which is why it's very loud. But it is a lovely ambiance to have our very last treat for. We are just sat at the station waiting for the train to come. We've got about 10 minutes left. It is literally just coming into the station now. Just so that you know, when you come into the station, there are a couple of escalators and stairs that tell you to go down to the platforms once you've figured out which platform that you're on. However, if you're boarding an actual train, not an RER or a tram or a metro, a train, you have to go all the way to the back of the station. It's got welcome signs, it's got the brand of train, which is Ouigo, I imagine, and that's where they check your ticket, and then you come down to the platform. But there is only one entrance, and everybody is kind of congregating around the ones that are closed in the hopes that they're going to open. So just in case you're like in a rush or anything, just make sure you go to the end. They'll scan your tickets, and then you can come down the stairs and wait for the train. But it's a bullet train, and it's only going to take 10 minutes to get to the airport. So once we're there, we just need to scan our skip tax barcode and then head through security and get on the plane. I'll explain a little bit more about the skip tax in a second when we get to the airport. We are sat in the departure gate, ready for our flight. Boarding will probably start in about 15 minutes, I imagine. Going through Charles de Gaulle, originally a little bit difficult. It said 2B on my boarding pass, and then Terminal 2D when we arrived off the train, the big screen that tells you where to go. With all the flights and everything. So we headed towards 2D, and then 2D kind of came and went without anything really, and then it kept saying arrivals this way, the way we were walking, so we got very confused. Anyway, it turns out we were actually flying from 2B, not 2D, so we just kept going. We then saw the tax refund signs up above where we were walking, so we just kept going until we got to where it told us to go downstairs. Popped down in the lift, there were escalators also, and then just literally as you get off the lift, in front of you on the right is they call them Pablo machines. So you just go up, follow the instructions on the kiosk, scan your barcode, confirm you've finished your customs, and then it's done, validated. I've had an email through to say that my refund is in progress, and just for an idea, we spent €253 and we're getting $33.80 back. So I think it's worth doing, especially if you are spending more than that. You know, it's quite a proportion that you get back. So we did that, went through security. Security was a little bit stressful, but it was fine. And then passport control, there was not a single person in line. Last time I came through here, we queued for about an hour, so I was getting a bit stressed that we were going to not have enough time, but there were no people in that queue. So we walked straight through. Now we're sat here. I am a bit shiny because it's so hot. This airport is designed, you can see it behind me, all the glass. It's literally designed like a giant greenhouse, and it is hot. So we're going to sit here, chill out, get on the flight. We'll leave you here for the series, but thank you ever so much for watching if you've got this far, for our little Disneyland Paris vlog. I would probably not rush back. We did have a fantastic time, but it's almost a one and done. The only thing that would bring me back is Frozen, all the Christmas decorations, maybe just for a fun little trip, but probably not for quite as long as we went. But it was great. We had a lovely couple of days where I think we needed it. The sun was amazing, but it was a little bit hot. Future Tara coming at you for now. I just wanted to explain a little bit about the priority cards, like I said I would at the start of the series. So Disneyland Paris has two versions of the access card for disabilities. They've got the easy access card and the priority card. So the easy access card lists a number of disabilities, which I will pop on the screen for you. Type 1 and 2 diabetes are part of that. And this is very similar to Walt Disney World's version of the Disability Access Pass, where you go to the Lightning Lane entrance and you get a return time to come back, as opposed to just having the Lightning Lane there. You sort of queue virtually. So that one, you don't have to prove anything. It's more a case of applying for it, and that is what you can get. Whereas the priority card, if you have a list of documents or just one from a list of documents proving that you do have some sort of chronic disability, other disability, hidden disability, then you can get the priority card, and that gives you access into the Premier Access lane. As opposed to virtually waiting, you just use it as if you did have a Premier Access pass. So in order to have the priority card and prove that you've got a reason for it, there is a list of documents that you can use. So for the UK, it will give you a few, and I'll pop those up. And the Access card is one of them. You can also use your bank statements to prove you've got disability allowance, that sort of thing. But we chose to use the Access card as it's the easiest one for us to get a hold of. Now that is a UK scheme. It does cost £15 for 3 years, and that provides you with a little ID card with your needs through the use of a couple of symbols, and you can use that at most places in the UK, like the Merlin groups for Thorpe Park, Alton Towers, Legoland, that sort of thing. You can use it at the theatre. It's just a way of communicating your needs better to a venue in hopes that they might be able to accommodate you a little better. So once we had applied for the Access card, we needed to prove that then with a letter from our GP. So we did that in the way of a portal login as opposed to an email. So it was a little bit more difficult because we had to double check that was allowed, as they needed to access it from the NHS domain, proving that it was in fact from a doctor, as it didn't have a letterhead. So it could, to be fair to them, it could have been anybody just writing a letter. So once that had been approved, it took 4 or 5 days for the card to come in the mail. And then on the Disneyland Paris website, you just fill out a little form, say that you have the ability to prove one of those documents, and then answer a couple of questions about your needs. So is your mobility affected? Could you evacuate a ride on your own or with a companion that you're with? That sort of thing. There's not very many of them. And then that will generate you a PIN number, and you just need that at the concierge desk when you get to Disneyland Paris. They will take your picture just to make sure obviously it's the same person, and that is it done. They will give you the priority card. Now, I would recommend having that in either a lanyard or something see-through. I used the back of my phone case because I was using that a lot, so I could just whip it out and show them whenever they needed verification that we did in fact have one, but a lanyard would work perfectly also. But you do need it multiple times, sometimes twice in the Premier Access lane, so just make sure you've always got access to that. But it was really easy, straightforward, and it allowed us to make the most of the parks, especially in the heat with low blood sugars. Even high blood sugars being stuck in a queue can be really dangerous. And then low blood sugars, we need to just be able to rest, get some sugar. So the ability to go to the front of the line at food places was really, really handy. We did use that on a couple of occasions where we needed to. So it really made the trip enjoyable for Ben, and I imagine it would for many other diabetics also. So I just wanted to pop on, just explain a bit about it, but it was really easy and really great. I would highly recommend just doing that extra step for the Access card to go from the Access pass to the priority card. I just wanted to mention, I know a couple of times it might have come off that I was being quite negative, but I just wanted to give my honest opinion about some things in Disneyland Paris. I did compare them to Florida quite a lot, but that's because that's our norm. So that sort of just meant that that's what we were comparing it to the whole time. It wasn't overall a negative experience. We had such a fantastic time. It was just a couple of niggly bits and bobs, like the inability to find diet drinks. That's just a France thing as opposed to Disneyland Paris. But the trip on a whole, the water filling stations, didn't think it was very sanitary to not have hot water in the taps in the bathroom, but also to try and fill your water bottle with a shower head is quite challenging. So that sort of thing was just a bit inconvenient. The pool at the end of the stay, I couldn't believe that you couldn't use the facilities on checkout day, and I think that really lets down Disneyland Paris in comparison to the rest of the resorts around the world. But we had a fantastic trip. We had so much fun. We did loads of rides and had a great time. It was some really nice quality time together and just a little mini break. So that was fab. I'm just going to show you quickly a couple of bits and bobs that I had purchased. You have seen most of these from the vlog, but Sebastian, this little shoulder pal, I do love him, and Hey to replace the one that I did in fact lose. We went with the Chippendale magnet in the end, which we both absolutely love, and my nickname has always been Tink, so it was very fitting to go for the Tinkerbell in the end. And then, of course, my number one purchase was this beautiful sweatshirt, which I just love the colours, and it is so incredibly soft. I cannot wait to wear that in the winter. So that was all that we ended up getting. We also have the champagne flute as a souvenir, but that came with the champagne, so it wasn't a separate purchase, but it was absolutely fantastic. We did have a fabulous time. Thank you so much for watching. We do have many other Disney vlogs, Disney cruise vlogs coming in the future. I do have some that I have filmed last year with my mum, some with Ben that I will try and get up as soon as possible, but I was using a different camera and it's very difficult to edit that as opposed to it was through this camera. So just because of the stability when walking and things like that, I just want them to be the best that they can. But there will be so many future vlogs coming as we keep them just for the memories. It's really great to look back because you forget so much of what happens in each trip. Thank you so much for following along on this one. I look forward to seeing you in the next. Thank you so much. Bye.